Good morning, Keyforge players, and welcome to Playing Every Card in Dark Tidings. Today we're looking at Dry the River, which is a Sanctum artifact. Each player gains while the tide is low. This creature cannot reap. This is an interesting card in the sense that it's both symmetrical and generally a negative effect. I think we might need to look for a specific deck for this card, and not just any deck with two, because I don't know if you kind of need your creatures to be strong in order to take advantage of this. So we'll try and look at for example, if we play this deck, we have two Jackie Towers here, and they're 2 power and they want to reap. So Dry the River is kind of just gonna screw us over, although it is controlled by the tide. So if you have sufficient ways to increase the tide, then you can get around it. And this deck does seem to have double cement shoes all tied up. Okay, let's try this deck and see how it goes. I wasn't sure about this, but like, it's not a permanent effect, it's controlled by the tide. So you can get around it. You can still think it would be better with a deck with no small creatures, or few small creatures, or small creatures that don't want to reap, like yeah. Interesting. Okay, so while we wait for an opponent, let's look over the deck and do some assessment. We have triple heal or harm. Can radiant fight with a creature, and we have like a badge magus, so that's going to be neat together. And there's also two bulwark, so they can potentially clear up small creatures. And if you clear up small creatures, then the Dry the River will affect more powerful creatures. While the tide is low, this creature cannot reap. Oh, I don't know why I thought it was small creatures. It's all creatures. It's just creatures cannot reap if the tide is low. Huh. Okay, I misread the card. I even read it out loud and I misread the card. Okay, so you can't reap if the tide is low at all. Okay, so you have to have the tide in order to reap. Well, that's an interesting effect against non-coated decks. Okay, now I'm excited about playing it. Yeah, that's interesting. Today I'm gonna also test Oubliette. So if you wanna join, you can come on to the Something Else Time Shavers Discord, and yeah, it should be like 6 p.m. at GMT +3. I have no idea what time zone it is for the rest of the world. But if you go in challenge, you can find out. So we want something to raise the tide with, and we don't have any in our hand, so I'm gonna mulligan. We gotta dive the river. Exhaust also two friendly creatures for each. This is 2-1. That's neat. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my Uriel. So next turn I can reap with it. Oh, we have Lily of the Lake. I really want to reap with this deck. Maybe not the best deck to have Dry the River. Yeah, this is a combo. No! I lost my Uriel. So Archon's Revenge chain turns 2 of our creatures to action steal 1, basically. Or Shadows creatures. It's decent, decent. Yeah, that's a Kirby that we can't deal with. However, we can play Dry the River and take the Tide, and then they can't trip with it, which is something. It's something. I don't want to do that though. Now that I can't get Amber for the raising the Tide, it's not really worth it. Oh, Gustafson's used. Nice. Kill the Kirby and raise the Tide. That would be useful. Gas Pipes Malone. Punch a fish and die. For those that don't know the reference, there was a game in the DT only tournament, the big one, and the winning deck had Evil Witch of the Dawn, so it summoned the Gas Pipes Malone, and then the Gas Pipes Malone immediately went and punched the poisonous fish. He threw something and died. So that's punch a fish and die. And Multiverse and yeah, came up with that. Multiverse and Zach in the stream, the commentary stream. So yeah, if you're interested in testing Oubliette, you can come onto the Discord, and we have 5 people right now. Getting some free more and getting an APR tournament would be really nice. I think that the tournament would the format is really interesting. Okay, so we have to punch that Kirby. Punch. And now I have the Tide. Yeah, so Oubliette is you bring 2 decks and you ban 1 house that is not in those decks. And then when you get matched up with your opponent, they are only allowed to play decks without the banned with the card that you banned, the house that you banned, and you are only allowed to play decks with the house that they didn't ban. Yeah, the idea is that you can not play Logos and ban Logos, and then you won't have to face Logos, and it kind of self-corrects for that kind of popular decks. So if one of your decks is banned, you get to pick in Triad without a ban. So you pick one of your 2 decks, and one of the decks is banned, and you can only play the one because the other one is banned. But it's banned based on house. Throughout the tournament, you submit the house ban when you submit your deck. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that works. It's interesting that we have a Kangafant here, which is also anti-Rivi. But I'm gonna go Sanctum because I have a bigger hand plus board. So I'm gonna play Destroy the River. Yeah. Shadows. They're gonna go Untamed. Yeah, I'm gonna go Shadows next. I'm gonna steer up some trouble. Put that little nif somewhere. Little Nif gives a fight ability. No, it does not. After a neighbor of Little Nif is used to fight, steal 1. So I can use it with the assault. That's fine. Move 1 amber from the creature this creature fights to your pool. That's pretty bad. If you have a small creature, you can take an amber of a captured creature, but that doesn't sound too good. My bulwark is dead. Another Cephaloist. That's. But I was gonna kill this Cephaloist, but I think I will kill this Cephaloist because that can kill also this Umbrasaurus. And that's more interesting to kill than this Secudroid. Okay, let's stir up some trouble. Play Jacquitar. Give it skirmish for good measure. And then deploy this between the two. Oh. They cannot reap unless they take the tide. I doubt Nidalee is going to survive, but if it is, then I can double fight with Jacquitar and the Healora, or just once. Just one fight. But still, it's neat. So they play Song of the Wild. Now that means taking the tide would be probably beneficial for them, which is unfortunate because I don't want to raise the tide with chains. Flumph is fighting Nidalee. Oh no. Sanctum Cavern. Okay. I'm still gonna go Sanctum. Another Dry the River. Some strange ordination. I'm gonna reap here. And then I'm gonna harm with it. And fight Secudroid. Steal one. That's fine. I can do that again next turn because I have a Seraphic Armor. So I can heal it. Oh, but the Nifflepip is definitely gonna be dead. Never mind. Ooh, it's a Xenosaurus. Xenosaurus. That's what we called. I might still go with Sanctum to clear my board and force them to start fang-toothing their own creatures. Yeah, I think I do that. Okay. So I'm gonna go Sanctum. I'm gonna heal my Leery. And then I want to fight something. This is 5 power, it will not die. I can fight that, and then ready to fight, kill that or that. What happened? Oh shit, it did not die. I didn't die, but they didn't die either. Well, that sucked. I'll just fight it again. So they forge. They need to kill their own Citizen Shrix. Yeah, this is not going too well. Dry the River is an interesting card though, especially against Sit that is not Dark Tiding, so they don't really want to spend the chains to raise the tide just so they can reap. I am interested in this card now. Dry the River. Dry the River with a lot of yeah. So a Kota Rush deck will obviously not care too much. What did I do? What happened? Accidentally click the text. Okay, we're back. They are taking their sweet time. Yeah, taking their sweet time. Opponent, can you please play? They play the Sephiroth. How many Sephiroths do they have? They have triple Sephiroth. That's a lot of Sephiroth. They Goths. That's not nice. They discarded another Fangtooth. That makes sense. Any creatures. They have 7. Oh, they took the time to rip for one. Okay, I'm gonna go Untamed. Gonna take the right hand back. Now the question is, do I put creatures down? Because they are gonna die to the Fangtooth instead of their creatures dying to the Fangtooth. I don't know. What happens if I discard all my creatures? Got some Reaping Saws here. Genetic Drift. One Ambermancy. Yeah, if I don't play creatures, there's nothing gonna happen. Like, I rather just lose one of my creatures, I think. I don't really want to raise any dead here. Tough one. Okay, I'm gonna discard one of my creatures to bring it back so I don't have to bring an out of house creature. And then buff my stuff. My stuff is now buff. Use that Mollyhawk now. Can I have a Mollyhawk, please? Oof, lots of downtime in this game. Gotta drink some water. It's important to hydrate. Some Starline creatures coming in. My Witch of the Dawn is gonna die. Where capture one? Okay. Oh, they killed the whole Genesis creature. That's an oversight on the bot. Okay, I'm gonna go Untamed. Oh, they stunned my Kangafan, so if I reap, I die. That actually may be fine, because I can reap with my Witch of the Dawn, so it dies, and then I can bring it back with my other Witch of the Dawn. I'm okay with this. You notice how Meliob is raging, and that also kind of stops reaping. This deck does not like the opponent reaping. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I can fight with it too. Maybe I want to kill this cephaloist. Yeah, I want to kill one cephaloist. And then Witch of the Dawn, the Witch of the Dawn. Oh shit, now I'm stuck with bringing back a creature from Outhouse. Damn it. I made a mistake. Okay. And add power counters, blah 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 blah. And take them away, blah 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 blah. Not gonna win this, but at least I might forge my second keep. Yeah, I don't have any amber control. This game is done. They just need to generate one amber in order to win. I'm sure they can do that. Curiosaurus. Okay, gonna cut this game short. Yeah, okay, so thoughts about Dry the River. Dry the River is a very interesting card, and it could do some work against non-DT decks. It's a form of amber control, I guess. I wonder how Docs calls it. So it gives a creature control score, not an amber control score, which is weird because I think that what's her name? Joya gives an amber control score. Barrister Joya. Oh, they changed it to creature control. It used to be amber control. Okay, that's fine. I would have actually put it as a disruption. Yeah, so it's interesting. It's an interesting card, and if you have sufficient Raise the Tides, then your opponent will be greatly dissuaded from spending chains to Raise the Tide to reap. And that's a good thing. Then they just can't reap for the entire game, and it's an artifact, so it's hard to get rid of. Well, yeah, that's an interesting card. I don't know how powerful it is. I'm gonna put it as a 2. It's really interesting. I don't think it's a powerhouse. It really depends on what your opponent's deck is trying to do. Like, obviously, Amber Pips are just gonna fly by it. So you kind of want it in a deck that can do some Amber control if you want to play more control-y, or if not, then it just slows down your opponent a little bit because they have less opportunities to reap. But that does mean that they might fight more into your creatures. So you want creatures that won't die from being fought into. Yeah, because if they can just trade creatures with you, then it's not very good. Then you haven't really gotten a significant benefit for it because they reduce their delta to reduce your delta, and that's like symmetrical. It's an interesting card though. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.